So I said we do the religious movies this year. So I try to be a man of my word when I can.
Yeah. And you've been doing very well, Michael.
Thank you. Somebody believes in me.
You've been a good boy, Michael.
Oh, don't patronize me.
Okay.
I tried to get Wes to be in here for this one, but he had busy work schedule. Busy. Work schedule.
And Karina also had a busy work schedule.
I know. So, like, I literally said, Wes said, like, I can do Friday, but not before, like, 1 o'clock. And unfortunately, this is literally the last day this is in theaters.
Really?
Yeah. Like, after Friday's fucking nothing. So I was like, fuck. Okay. And then I immediately texted you guys like, hey,
as far as
you guys free the next few days?
As far as the closing day of showtimes for the Masked Stank, the Masked Saint, like, as far as closing nights goes, I feel like that had an outstanding turnout of
like 3 people,
like 5 people, yeah.
If that,
I think it was like 5. It was like you, me, 2, like
it was just us for like the first 10 minutes.
It was like us for like the first 20, I swear.
I mean, okay.
I don't know.
As far as religious movies goes, it's hardly the worst out there. It's still fucking bad.
It's bad.
It's fucking stupid, but it's like, it's hardly the worst. It's no War Room. It's no Do You Believe in It? It's sure as fucking hell no Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
No, not even close.
I mean, it just feels like the Christianity film industry, which is a weird sentence to say out loud, really wanted to just dip their toes into the superhero pool for some reason, but
it's like,
didn't really know how to do it.
Yeah. I feel like with this story in particular, they were kind of doing something like that, because this was apparently based off a true story.
Or like a book that some pastor made. Yeah. But it's like made in modern day, though, which is weird, because the actual story, quote unquote, took place in 1988.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, which they don't even tell you till after the credits start rolling.
Yeah.
Like, this is what year is this in?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just okay. So I'm sure really more religious movies you should get more angry about. For this one, it's like I walked, it was like that was fucking minus and fucking stupid, and it's one of those preaching to the choir fucking movies. I mean, and to be clear, like I said this multiple times, I don't give a shit what you believe religion-wise. Like, if you're the people that like, eats this shit up, good for you. I don't care.
Yeah. As a religious person myself, like, you know, this movie is like, it was dumb. It was stupid. It was bland. It was a jumbled mess. It was just like
everyone speaks in proverbs, makes dumb decisions that make no sense. People just randomly turn on each other.
I know. It's just like, and then they immediately turn back. Like, there was a scene where everybody was talking. Like, what was it? We're like the pastor's all like
we gotta set that up though, because that's like way to the end of the movie.
What's the summary?
Okay, so the movie starts out where it turns out our main character, his name is Samuel, I think, is also a wrestler called the Saint.
A wrestler?
I said wrestler.
Okay, wrestler. All right, sorry.
Stay with me, man.
All right.
I know it's late. I know we're tired. All right, but.
Wrestler named the Saint.
Named the Saint, who I guess is a champion because reasons.
Yeah.
And he's also a pastor in real life.
Oh.
I know.
A pastor by day, wrestler by night.
And what was that fucking ridiculous wrestler movie he had?
It was like oh man, it was like it was like a shoulder drop, but like he ends it with like being on his knees and praying, and it was
fucking weird. So he goes, and it was like, okay.
Thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to kick this man's ass.
I know, it's just turn the other cheek.
Wham! I'll turn this cheek.
Oh god! And then of course, he meets his nemesis, the Reaper, who talks like
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, he talks
with lung cancer.
With lung cancer and makeup, it looks like he just came off the set of Kiss.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, like that was kind of like really just the biggest thing about this movie is just there are so many logistical things. I wish the theater was completely empty just so I could make fun of them all.
I know it's kind of a laughably bad movie.
Yeah,
like, you and I got plenty of laughs at this little turn.
Yeah,
because like the Reaper literally he talks like this. like
he talks like this.
Like choo choo. I don't know.
Snapping to a Slim Jim.
Yeah, pretty much. He talks almost exactly like Randy Savage. And it's really fucking distracting. Yeah. And you're supposed to take him seriously, but every line he says, it's like this is deadpan seriousness. Yeah. You can't take him seriously. I laughed every time he talked. Like, I'm gonna get you, the Saints.
Just like,
the Macho Man is a coming.
Jeez. Like, and
I just kept thinking like the dragon and Deathclaw from Skyrim and Fallout 4.
Ooh,
like, I just want him to grab the thing and go, yeah! Just lay him on the ground.
Just like,
which he kind of does.
Yeah, he basically does like Macho Man moves. Like,
it really is. Like, it's ridiculous. And like, realistically, this whole movie would end in a lawsuit in a heartbeat.
It would have ended in like. I mean, really, this is how it should have gone. Like, just in the beginning of the movie, like, what was it? So, like, Saint and Reaper have this, like, title match in the beginning of the movie, and Saint loses, and Reaper breaks his leg on purpose.
Yeah, which is, like, that's pretty fucking illegal.
Well, I mean, pretty much the match itself was illegal, because, like, Reaper was clearly twice his size.
Yeah, like, so outweighed.
There's, like, no weight class in this.
Well, to be fair, it is pro wrestling.
Yeah, point taken.
I mean, they even admit that it's fake.
Yeah, they admit they admitted it was fake in like the beginning of the movie. It's like, you're supposed to lose. I don't want to lose. I want to wrestle for real. Well, you're supposed to lose. Damn. Foiled again.
And all of them all like dressed like male Dazzler from X-Men, because he has this ridiculous fucking blue eyeshadow like paint on there, and he's wearing like glitter, and
he's got like spiky pauldrons
and panties,
and he keeps he was basically wearing panties.
He basically was. Yeah. So it's kind of like, again, I don't know how you expect to take me this seriously. No, I mean, there's like
I want to be taken seriously as like a wrestler, and he's just covered in fucking glitter.
I mean, like most of these people like overweight middle-aged men. So it's like, you have like 15 wrestlers in this movie, only 3 look like they maybe belong in there. Everyone else like, dude, go back home and watch football. I'm sorry. Man. You do not belong here. Like, I remember there's even a part of the movie, like, so after he breaks his, the Reaper breaks Saint's legs, he retires and moves to Michigan.
Yeah.
Where conveniently, I guess, the Wrestling Association moved with him.
Because apparently one short drive later, he's back over there, like...
Where all the exact same people are. So it's like... Did they all decide to move at the same time? Is that why? Was it, because...
We need the Saint back. Follow him!
That's basically what it felt like, because he becomes his pastor at this rundown church in the middle of in middle of Michigan, this crappy neighborhood, and he's apparently a terrible preacher. And you get this.
The thing about faith is you have to have faith to get your faith to the faith of faith,
which they acknowledge is bad.
Yeah, which they acknowledge is shit. So that's. You know, it's like...
I felt like this movie started to fuck with me after a while, because it's kind of like, wait, you're admitting all this is terrible.
Yeah.
So, like, are you just admitting you're a bad movie? Like, what? Where are you going with this? Like, this is one thing I think...
I think it was like a room for growth kind of thing, where it's like, yeah, look at this shitty preacher, but he's gonna be a good preacher at the end of it.
I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like in Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. I think it was a Cinema Sound pointing out. It was like, wait a minute. They're talking about the war on Christmas, saying how Fox News, but I say it sarcastically. Is this movie fucking with me? The most insane Christmas movie of all time, one of the greatest troll ever conceived. But anywho, so things go on, and they have this character named Judd. We have to talk about Judd.
Oh my god!
Because this man was channeling Alec Baldwin, like. They're like, no. More like John Travolta. John Travolta, much more John Travolta than Alec Baldwin.
He's got like, he's like John Travolta, but he's got like way bulgier eyes.
Yeah,
like, they were like,
he looks like it's like the eyes that look like the villain from the first Judge Dredd movie. It's like You abandoned the church! Church!
Church! It's like, why don't you start acting like a real Christian? Christians!
Basically, this is just such an insanely over-the-top character. And it kind of makes it worth watching the movie a little bit.
A little bit. I was just like, this motherfucker.
Because, like,
this motherfucker's talking again.
Because he's an asshole, and everyone knows he's an asshole, and everyone can't stand him, and the reason they put up with him is because he's their biggest funder, which is kind of my last ex. But, yeah, no, I can resist a dig. That's okay. We're not on good terms anyway. That's a whole nother matter. But anywho, because like he starts making fun of everybody, basically like just being an asshole to everyone around him, and everyone can't stand him for good reason. Yeah, like it's like
they actually acknowledge that the guy's a dick, and it's like,
well, I mean, obviously it's so over the top. There's no other way you could interpret it. Because it's like, oh, I saw your little rat outside, but kids ain't on a leash. It's like, I think there's even a part where he starts playing they all start playing basketball because I guess the church has a team that can make the playoffs.
It was like community basketball or something. Like,
and he's just that guy takes away, just like, you're fucking up, you're fucking up, I'm the only good one in here. I'm doing Randy Savage again.
Yeah, just like,
because it might as well have been.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he goes, and then Pastor finally calls him out as shit, and then he goes like, I own you! I own
the church! I own everything! And it's just
because I pay for it, it might as well be my church. And his eyes are getting bigger and bigger, and it's so ridiculous and kind of hysterical.
It was great.
And then naturally, he gets over the top and he starts shoving him. So the wrestler does what any wrestler probably would in this situation, gets him in a sleeper hold.
Puts his ass in a sleeper hold.
All the while, his fucking daughter, his fucking like 9-year-old daughter, talks like no 9-year-old daughter ever would. Like, yeah, Dad.
Yeah, Dad, put him in a sleeper hold. Fuck him up.
Probably would have said that if they did. I don't know. Like, this kid was talking like 3 grades ahead of her time, and it made no fucking sense.
I thought it was like 3 grades behind. I don't know.
It kind of went in and out a lot don't know. Now I've seen other Christian movies where they've downgraded the age. This one I felt like it was a little higher above. But, in my opinion, but I don't know. I was like, no, who talks like that? Nobody fucking talks like that.
Sleeper, kill him.
Yeah, and then everyone has a nerve to get mad at him.
Yeah,
for dealing with the asshole is way out of control.
I would have thought they would have. Actually, no, they did start clapping. Like,
well, only after someone goes, "You suck, John." Everyone goes, "You said you suck."
Yeah, just like,
oh god. That's only in the first act.
Yeah, this movie is so long.
It's almost 2 hours long.
And it's just so convoluted. They shove so much shit in.
I don't know if it's that convoluted. There's
well, no. It's not like convoluted. It's like it's not terrible writing, but it isn't.
No, it's terrible writing.
Yeah, it's bad writing. It is very bad writing. But like they try to shove so much stuff in, there's not really any sort of focus. Like there's an arc where like the preacher gets selfish. There's another one where like the police are looking for him because
he's supposed to be a vigilante, but he stops 2 crimes.
He stops a total of 2 crimes.
And I guess that's make him a dangerous vigilante.
Yeah,
we have to go after him. Like, this is like, did I summon a whole fucking different movie?
So like,
I thought this was a Jesus movie. Why is it starting to feel like discount porno Batman?
It's about as much as a religious movie as like Nacho Libre was almost. Like,
except without the irony.
Yeah, except without the irony and the racism. Yeah. But like, what was it? What really kind of got to me a little bit was like how this guy was stopping crimes in his saint mask, which is the exact same mask he wrestles in, like professionally.
Okay, and let's talk about the part. Actually, before we get to the part I'm thinking of, there's another part I want to talk about. Okay. Shit, I'm drawing a blank.
No one ever connected those dots.
I know, like I was in the baffled me. It was like he becomes a vigilante, he puts on the mask. It's like
he wears a saint mask.
It's like
people call him a saint. There's a wrestler called the Saint.
And of course, like everyone dropped that like saint language. It's like nobody would ever say that in real life. No one would ever phrase it that way. Fuck off.
He was a saint.
It's like fuck off. No one would phrase it that way. But like my thing was like, towards the end of the movie, Oh, but I will take it back. There is one scene, not because it's well written, I legitimately liked. Because, like, okay, at least it's promoting something that, oddly enough, a lot of Christian movies don't do. Which is, there's a part where there's a woman who is clearly supposed to be a hooker.
Yes.
Although they never call her a hooker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just heavily implied that she was a hooker.
Yeah, so who comes into the church, and then everyone, like, immediately...
She had a pimp, so, yeah.
Yeah, who had a pimp, that's the first guy, like, the saint beat up.
Yeah.
Who comes in the church, like, you know, just... She wants to check out the church. And then, everyone kind of meanly distances herself from her, and it goes like, hey... What the fuck?
Yeah. Like, everybody's just being an asshole to her, and this actually did like that scene too.
Like that's like I'll give it credit. Like a lot of Christian movies don't do this, where basically it's like, hey, don't fucking judge, assholes.
It's like,
are any of you perfect? No. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the preacher stands up for the prostitute, and he's actually really nice to her, and that kind of opens up a lot of other people, you know, sort of being. Like, you know, that was actually a legitimately like decent scene.
Yeah, like I mean, like the writing's still like great on. I like the idea. It was like
the idea was great.
Like, do the Christian thing, god damn it! Why is that so fucking hard?
Pretty much.
Especially in Christian movies, it's surprising amount.
It was it was like accepting.
Like that's what's like, okay, good.
Or at least it was trying to be accepting.
I mean, like that's why I'm willing to give this one a little bit more of a pass than what other movies, because at least it's trying to promote things that are actually fucking Christian to do.
Yeah, it kind of. Yeah, it is.
So it's like, okay, good. You got one good scene that I liked in there, but. Because, like, again, I don't have any problem with the religion. I have a problem with the way they promote pretty much everything else bad you should not do. Like, I think other ones have just basically said, oh, just submit to your husband. or shit like that. Stuff I have serious moral and ethical issues with. This is like, okay, this is an idea I can actually get behind.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of ideas in movies, like, from the Christian community, I can actually get behind.
Yeah.
It's terribly written and terribly presented, but I can get behind it.
Yeah, it's a bad movie, but, like, there's actually, like, kind of... You can tell that there's, like, some actual good meaning behind it.
Yeah, and it's like...
you know, like... What was it? There was also the little scene where the I don't know what to call her. She's like the other backer of the church. The lady who only spoke in Proverbs.
Yeah, like I think her name was Miss Anna or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Edna. It was Edna. Yeah, Miss Edna. Where, like, she actually tells the preacher that he's getting too full of himself, and that, you know, he's like...
That kind of came the fuck out of nowhere.
It really did come the fuck out of nowhere, but that's also, like, kind of a good message on its own. But, like...
But, like, he wasn't really getting that full of himself. He did work his ass off for the church. He did his fucking job.
Yeah, it's just like...
Well, so, like, that didn't make much sense to me, so I was like...
Yeah. Really, it's, like, the biggest problems with this movie are just the writing and stuff. Like, it's just, like...
I mean, the guy was doing his fucking job, and he's like, he's a little proud of his work. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it really should have shown more of him being a dick before Edna called him out on it.
And all of a sudden, he's like, oh, I'm angry now. I'm going to yell at my daughter and my wife.
And he's like, I'm sorry. I've been pride. I have pride.
And, like, that's it. It's like, okay. Yeah. And let's talk about the Saint Secret Denny for a second. Because, like, here's the thing that made me laugh. Because, like... Because he's supposed to be like, oh, nobody knows who the Saint is. And I mean, it's like, but at the same time, he worked for a pro wrestling ring.
Yeah.
That should be public knowledge.
Yeah. It's just like,
of who he is. And
it's like if Spider-Man kept fighting crimes while continuing pro wrestling.
I mean, at least that made sense in the comic books because he never reveled his actual identity.
Yeah.
So that made sense as well. Like, he did it for years. His identity as the Saint had to be public record.
Yes.
People, I mean, even like the Edna was able to figure out within like 5 fucking minutes. It's not like it was
like one sleeper hold was all it took for her to connect the dots.
I mean, it's like it's his name should be like in the magazines and interviews and stuff like that. His face is on the cover.
Yeah.
They had to do him for an interview, and they probably said his real name in the fucking article. So at the end of the movie, when shenanigans happen, and I guess the pimp loses all his crack dealers and his
prostitutes
to the church, and this is another thing that made me laugh because I guess they have this horrible like vandalism effort.
Oh no! Someone drew stuff places and knocked a pew over.
I know.
There's paper everywhere. Oh no!
And it's like, we'll never recover.
We're out of brooms.
Like, we'll never recover this damage. We'll never recover. And then like it just cuts to like a congregation. The shit's all over the place. Like, are you really telling me you couldn't put some chairs back up and sweep up some goddamn papers off the ground before you called in the next congregation? Get a fucking paint can and a roller. You can clean most of this stuff up.
It's just like,
this
these
is not
people
life
don't
and
exactly
death.
like. So this is like supposedly our dangerous pimp villain, but like I mean, he's like a really weak ass vandal even.
Oh,
like no broken windows.
No broken windows, nothing that can't be repaired within 5 minutes and cleaned up. I was like, I don't know what everyone was freaking out about. It's like, who would do this to our church? How could anyone stop this? And I'm like, just give me a fucking broom, I'll do it. It's like we even said
the pew's knocked over. Let's put the pew back up. It's like they filmed that scene in like the beginning of filming and didn't want to break it up too much.
I guess
so they could use it again for like the rest of it. But
I don't know. Either way, it's like they even say like earlier on in the movie, hey, we need some help. Can people from the church help us out? And they agreed to it. Yeah. Are you telling me we can't get a few of them, bring some paint cans and a fucking garbage bag?
Just like. Stupid ass town people.
But no, everyone loses their shit. And I know. We need money. Oh, and let's talk.
We need to fire the preacher.
And like for every good intense movie has, there's also something that's like wildly out of the fuck nowhere.
Yeah.
Like redneck neighbor abuser person.
Pretty much.
Like, hey, next time you see someone who's abusive towards their wife, this is one.
Call the police.
Well, not just. Well, honestly, that's one of those things I honestly can't really do anything about.
Oh yeah.
That's actually a lot more complicated than that, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. But like. Yeah, I had her whole horrifying lecture about that one. But anywho, but there's just like insanely over the top redneck neighbor who's so obviously abusive to his wife and makes no like restraint on it. All he goes like, "Hey, I don't want you, that preacher man. I don't like that preacher man. I don't like that. You ain't go to that fucking church. Now give me my fucking beer." He does that thing. He does like the thing with like I don't know what the hell this is, but he does
that weird devil horn.
I'm fucking Spider-Man, and you can't take away my dreams.
You mess with the bull, you get the horn.
And then like it escalates to a point where like the preacher just goes out there and goes, "Hey, stop it!" And he goes,
"Bad abusive husband, very bad." And like that's the end of it.
I'm sorry. And that's it. That works.
Next time we see that guy, he's just like, "I'm sorry. I've been a real dick. It's just I'm gonna try to be better. I'll go to church, okay." And then like he's just like, "Okay, I'll see you there. All right, good."
It's like, and that's it. That's the end of it.
That was the fucking end of it.
So like that's one thing. I was like, no, that did not fucking happen. It's not like you just need a good talking to. That's not how.
Yeah.
It's like, next time just give your old abuser a good talking to. I'm sure that will solve everything. I'm sure they'll go back and just beat them up more. It's a dark joke, but it's honestly fucking true.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's kind of another problem I've always had with these religious movies, that they simplify insanely complex manners in ways that are not even remotely close to true.
Pretty much.
And let's talk about how apparently God is acting as the saint's sidekick. Because I don't need luck, I have faith. It's like, so you believe in luck?
I have. It's just
dumbass fucking lines like that.
Much. Just like, I don't need luck, I have. God, it's just really dumb.
And then there's like
a lot of stupid lines in this movie.
Where he breaks up a robbery out back, and then like one of the henchmen like pulls out a gun.
Click, 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 click.
Huh? Bam! And then the gun lands on the ground, and then it goes off.
Yeah.
So they're totally implying that God jammed the gun.
Yeah, pretty much.
They are that is exactly what they're fucking implying.
I'm just like picturing God just like with his huge ass beard, but he's like wearing the Robin mask, and he's like just like, "Cheaper Saint, I got it," and he like sticks his finger in like the part with the gun that fires, and like nothing happens. Thanks, little G. No problem, Saint. That was just the image you provided me. Thank you, Michael.
Jesus turns the other cheek. The saint slaps it.
Love thy neighbor. Unless they're abusive, then yell at them. And problem solved. We're going to help.
I've made worse jokes than this. I've done way worse than this. It's okay.
It's like, yeah.
I will admit I will give it some credit. There was also one other part that was mildly clever about the movie too.
Which one?
It was at the very, very end where I guess because of their horrible vandalism accident, the Saint has to go back into the rain one more time. But he skipped out on a fight earlier, so naturally the agent doesn't want to let him back in. The same agent that apparently also moved the exact same locker room from their old house to Michigan.
This guy just doesn't have an office they can talk in. Whenever there's something happening in the wrestling place, it's always in the ring or in the locker room.
No, I'm saying this. I'm pretty sure the locker room they showed in Michigan was the exact same locker room they showed at the beginning of the movie. So I was like, did they just move? The entire building from one place to another?
They did that Robin Hood Men in Tights thing where they just put it on wheels and just drag it out.
There you go. But anywho, but he goes why the hell I let you back in? Because if you don't, I'll audit you.
And there actually was a setup to that. A lady admitted she worked for the IRS in the church.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of a setup to that.
So I was okay, that actually was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little clever.
I mean, realistically, you could just sue him.
Yeah, you really should have just sued him.
You could have easily gotten away with the lawsuit. The guy was breaking fucking people's legs. You got a few people on that shit. Because you are not supposed to do that. I don't know how wrestling works, but I'm pretty sure breaking bones is not on the fucking resume.
Yeah, just no.
So I'm you can absolutely file a lawsuit. Probably get 3 times as much you would in the fight. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's a really dumb.
It's a stupid
religious movie.
It's badly written. It's very stale. This dialogue is weak. The acting doesn't work well off of it.
It's what you expect from a movie. It looks like it should be on ABC.
Yeah.
Or I don't know where they play the Christian movies these days. But
JTV. Jesus TV? I don't know.
Is that a thing?
No, I don't know. I feel like it would be, though.
Sounds like it. Yeah. I mean, it's no Bible Man.
Yeah, I saw the box art for Bible Man, and that was enough for me to know not to watch the Bible Man.
Those were awkward Sundays. Hey kids, who wants to watch Bible Man? No! Did you say yeah? No! Okay, yeah, let's pop it in.
Oh, wait, did you actually watch Bible Man in Sunday school or
I don't think
no,
I watched stuff just as bad, if not worse.
Oh, God.
They were very different times.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't really think of much else to talk about.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was just...
So do you want to talk about the million fucking religious trailers we got for this movie?
Oh my god. Well, the first one we saw was Midnight something.
Midnight Special. I looked it up.
Midnight Special. Okay. Yeah. First one we saw. First trailer was Midnight Special. It was a trailer which showed the story of a girl who gets very sick.
I thought it was a boy.
Huh?
You're thinking the one that came after that with Jennifer Garner. This is the one with Michael Shannon.
What? Oh.
Remember, it was the one with that kid with has that weird blowy uppy superpower thing.
Oh shit! Yeah, that one. Okay, so it's this kid who has. I completely forgot about that. I legitimately thought that the one after that was the first one.
Even if it's a religious movie, I don't think it is. But if
it doesn't look like it.
If it is a religious movie, it has Michael Shannon in it. Fuck yeah. I will absolutely go see that.
It's a little kid with some kind of laser or light eyes.
I don't know how it works. It's really vague and really
I completely forgot about the trailer entirely, so I barely remember any of it at all.
I just know it just makes me wish that Michael Shannon was in a religious movie. Because, Michael Shannon will take any role you give him, and he will make it the most intense motherfucking performance you have ever seen. Just those big, gigantic eyes, and he'll just randomly yell at you. He's a great actor. You see someone's just Google, Michael Shannon scenes, and you see some really heavy shit. Yeah. But he can yell like no other motherfucker in Hollywood. I think I've talked about this before. Have you seen it, I think it was a College Humor video where he read the sorority girl letter.
I don't think I have seen that one, actually.
Look it up, it's really good. But basically, it's Michael Shannon just takes this insane sorority letter that the sorority leader sent to the other members and just gives it this insane, over-the-top dramatic. It's like, here's an expert that I can remember. It's like, so if you heard from the other members, like, hey, we're gonna invite Zeta over, would you be happy? No, you wouldn't! So why the fuck?
God, I gotta fucking watch that now.
So it's like, I would love to see him as a preacher.
It's just
like, would you smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol, have sex before marriage? No, you wouldn't!
It's just like,
so why the fuck are you not wearing your goddamn purity ring?
I just want to go to that church just once to watch the little ladies who always sit in the back of the church and just like, oh my.
Just the way you can actually include the lines from Man of Steel in this theoretical Michael Shannon preacher movie too.
Yeah.
Where you can just have him go, I will find him. I will find him.
Have you found Jesus?
I will find him. Sorry, I'm sorry for people's eardrums.
That was great. Like, that was great timing.
I've only wanted what was best for my people, and you took that away from me.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I want someone to do? I want someone to take lines from the Michael Shannon movies and put it into a trailer for The Masked Saint.
Oh my god. That would be awesome.
That'd be amazing. Love to see it.
You know, really what I want to see now is just like Michael Shannon. I want to see him play like a bunch of God, what's his name? Michael Cera's parts. I want to see him do Juno. Like fucking Juno.
I was thinking more Scott Pilgrim.
Oh my god, Scott Pilgrim. Just like, wow.
I need to pee on her!
Do you know what the L word is? Lesbians. That's my favorite line.
Dude, I got mail. Yeah, that's right. Dude, I'm reading it! That doesn't even rhyme! So, just plays every movie ever with Michael Shannon in the lead role.
Oh.
Got him in Batman vs. Superman, you can have him do a shouting match.
Oh my god, yes.
Alright, so that's enough about Michael Shannon fan fiction. So we got...
I want to write that fan fiction now where Michael Shannon is fucking...
The Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, and Scott Pilgrim.
Or Preacher.
I want to see him do Juno, just like...
Just haven't seen the songs. Then you got Miracles from Heaven. That's the movie you were thinking of.
That was it.
That was the one where they roped Jennifer Garner into a Christian movie somehow and just sucked all the talent out of her.
Pretty much.
I mean, I'm not a big Jennifer Garner fan, but I know she can do fucking better than this. Even just from the trailer, you can tell her acting is fucking atrocious.
Yeah. So essentially, the plot I got from it, which was basically it's one of those trailers where you get the whole plot from it, where it's it's about a little girl who gets really sick,
and then a bonk in her head makes her
better. Hold on, I really want to summarize it like we saw it in the theater. Okay, so she gets really sick, and the mom's all like, oh, well, don't worry. God's with us as long as we have faith in God. He'll help us. And then 2 seconds later, she's climbing a tree, and I swear it just the moment after she says God's with us, they're climbing this tree and it snaps and she falls on her head.
Well, she prays first.
Yeah, she prays first, and then God's just like, okay, I got the message. Tree chop, and then it just snaps the branch off.
I feel like it's a bad precedence for major illnesses, though.
Yeah,
and just if people are gonna go home and go, "Hey, you've been diagnosed with cancer, right?" Bonk. I'm sorry, Jesus told me this would work. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Hey, Carrie, listen, I know your leukemia has been bugging you, but you want to go bungee jumping?
Oh.
Yeah, okay, that's bad.
I feel really bad because I just played that boy with Dragon Cancer the other day.
Oh.
And that had a heavy religious theme in there, too.
Oh, man.
So I feel really bad for making that joke.
I actually feel kind of bad about the leukemia thing, too. I'm like, okay.
Either way, it's like
maybe I went a little far with this Joe.
Man, I think it's added. So I was like, fuck, I gotta see this piece of shit now. Now I've committed myself seeing the stupid fucking religious movies.
Yeah.
And then we got the Young Messiah.
Yeah, we got Young Messiah, which is like
Sean Bean
versus Tiny Jesus. So Sean Bean plays like a Roman centurion or something.
Should be played by Michael Shannon.
Yeah. I will find him. Sorry about your eardrums.
It's this Michael Shannon runs a little like child Jesus going, "What are you?"
Like there was a scene where I swear in the trailer where they faced off.
They did. They had a face-off moment.
They had a face-off moment between Sean Bean and Tiny Jesus, and it's just like, Sean Bean, we meet again. This time we end it.
And then we immediately got the trailer for what is essentially the sequel.
Pretty much.
It's called Risen, and it's about like the Romans trying to find Jesus' body after
Jesus rises from the dead and gets out of the tomb, and it's like
okay,
they're making it look like they're looking for Bin Laden.
I know. It looks like
they're searching for
Zero Dark 30 mixed with 300. Where is the body?
I will find him. That's a meme in this video. It's really applicable in a lot of this.
I know, right? Well, especially religious movies.
Oh man.
Apparently, I really want that to happen now. Let's make that like a Kickstarter.
We got to put that on another one of our shirts. Just like
you got Michael. I vote for Michael Shannon as Jesus.
Fuck.
And at least people would have a reason to vote for him instead of the actual murderer guy when he goes to court. Because, like, dude, that guy's fucking scary. Let's go crucify that guy.
Yeah. Just like,
Michael Shannon probably just, like, even more pissed off, and they get the horn that's like, ow!
Ow!
No, he was, like, angry and so, like, brooding.
Yeah. Oh. That really
looked like
hurts.
he was gonna, like, he would look, you ever see those over-the-top trailers where you see, like, Jesus rip the nails in the cross and stand like this, like bass, like the blade sticking out.
What? Oh my god! Is this a thing?
Like I saw it was years ago, but I remember seeing it like it was an old sketch where like Jesus like I'm coming back, and then he like rips the nails off the cross, still stuck in his hand. He uses it to like slice up the Roman guards.
What? What?
This exists somewhere. I
need to find this on YouTube.
I don't know if you can find it anymore. I came out when I was a teenager. This before YouTube was a big thing.
Oh shit.
I just remember that. I can imagine Michael Shannon actually fucking doing that.
Oh my god.
You thought you could kill me, but I've risen. Hey. I don't know. It looks like an over the top stupid.
Yeah.
I know they all do. They all look kind of same.
Pretty much. Yeah.
We're trying to make it look more badass than it actually is. Kind of.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So I think we've kind of blew our load a little bit there. So you got any final thoughts for the mass scene?
Yeah, it's shit, but it's harmless shit.
Yeah.
It's a shit you can walk around on the sidewalk.
I mean, it's not nearly as bad as like other fucking Christian movies like that. It's not outright offensive. At least except maybe for like abusive relationships. That's really about it.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like not extensive enough to be that infuriating. Enough to make it worth commenting. But
yeah, but it's just a dumb movie. It's just it's bland and jumbled. Yeah.
So I think that's all we got. So tomorrow we're gonna review The Revenant and try and knock out the best and worst videos too. We got to catch up on a lot of shit.
The
what? Top 10 best and worst 2015 videos. Because I gotta get on that. Meanwhile, I'm slowly catching up to all the projects I've been piling up for a long time. So we'll do what we can. Look out for some cool shit in the next coming months. So thanks for coming, Matt.
Not a problem. Anytime.
And next week we got fucking Norm of the North. And
yeah, good luck with that.
I gotta see Right Along 2 as well.
Yeah, good luck with that.
My mentee really wants to go see that one, so chances are I'm probably gonna end up seeing it twice. Yeah, it's okay. I'll suck it up. I mean, it has like 7% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it can't possibly be that bad.
Yeah.
So I think it's another case.
I saw Right Along 1. It was like, meh.
Like, unless I'm just expecting it to just be mediocre. Okay, it's gone up to 15%, but Norm of the North has 0%.
God. And, the trailer already is just
and we got
0%.
We got the Michael Bay movie too, 13 Hours.
Right.
Where Michael Bay takes on the Benghazi controversy with all the subtlety of Michael Bay.
Because, Michael Bay is great at portraying history, isn't he?
Wonderful. He's a wonderful
so accurate.
Absolutely. All right, guys. I think that's all we got. So, thank you all for watching. See you all next week.
Take it easy.
Tomorrow, whatever. Bye.